With each new chapter of our lives, we experience both positive and negative changes. Like the seasons of nature, this change might cause you to lose your metaphorical leaves and require you to hibernate for a little so you can come back in the spring even stronger than before. Or it might be time for you to bloom and spread your branches. Today I want to focus on the latter because I feel this is the appropriate season for most of us here. This is part one of a two-part series that I'm doing on building strong, high-quality relationships with others. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I believe that you have most of the skills that you need to understand yourself and achieve a fulfilling life. So now it's time to share some of that love with others and build relationships with others. Even if you think it's totally impossible in this day and age, or you just don't want to. One of the most commonly shared stories throughout all the people I talk to in my Discord and during my one-on-one calls with my Patreon clients is the feeling that they no longer belong in their current friend group and that they feel isolated from the world. When you start to outgrow your previous lifestyle due to improving yourself, and that lifestyle included your friends and family, you will naturally start to outgrow those people too. And for many people, this can cause feelings of abandonment, loneliness, or just a general distaste in humanity as a whole. You start to wonder why your friends don't want to do and pursue the same things as you, and you wonder why they can't see their own potential. They're the exact same person, but in your eyes, they just look different. You can see and feel others' intentions more easily, and that creates a feeling of discomfort and tension in yourself. When you dive deeper into your spiritual journey, you start to understand how deeply embedded society's programming is and how much it affects most people's individual way of thinking and acting, if we can even call it individual. And so after realizing this fact, maybe you've tried to tell this to the people that you're most close with, but they just don't really care or they don't bother to take in what you're saying. If there's one thing that I've learned through getting to know myself and improving myself more, it's that you cannot help anybody that doesn't want to be helped, and you can't save anybody that doesn't want to be saved. In addition to that, going through a journey of self-discovery and growth can be depressing, especially given what's happening in the world right now and people's current outlook on the future. The earth is burning up, less social interaction in real life, inflation, mandates. It's overwhelming to say the least. And no one really wants to seem to do anything to change the direction that we're headed in. Well, here's the good news. I'm here to tell you that no, you're not crazy and you're not alone. Firstly, you're a part of this community on my channel. There are hundreds of thousands of people just like you who want to improve themselves and contemplate the bigger picture. And second, this does in fact exist in real life too, but you have to be open to it. I want to share with you a discovery that I made when it comes to meeting the right people and making the right friends, even after you've gone through this personal growth journey. Before I do though, I want to share with you a resource that will help improve your conversation and social skills, which is the sponsor of today's video, Shortform. For those who don't know, Shortform provides super powered book summaries. They're basically like book summaries on steroids. They give comprehensive coverage of all the book's key ideas clearly and simply explained, plus smart commentary and analysis. Think of it as like your smartest friend teaching you a book. Just recently, I've been using the books on Shortform related to relationships to improve my conversation skills because I want to build a community and get out there more. And the book summary I'm currently on is called Thanks for the Feedback by Douglas Stone and 𝙎𝙤𝙘𝙞𝙖, and specifically in there, understanding identity triggers. Because sometimes my identity is threatened online and I can feel myself getting triggered by it, and I want to make sure that I am actually able to take in good feedback and learn from it. And with every book, they also give you exercises to do with that book so you can actually apply what you're learning in real time. And that's why I think Shortform really stands out from all of these other book summary platforms. Three categories I think you guys would really like based on this video are relationships, psychology, and management/leadership. They drop and publish new book guides and articles every week, and subscribers actually get to vote on what books they cover next. If you're interested in joining Shortform, you can get a 5-day free trial using my special link, which is shortform.com/Cole, or you can click the link in the description. Okay, so this story starts yesterday when I was hitting a pole workout at the gym. And keep in mind, I had already made this previous video where I was talking about how important relationships are for us. So coincidentally, I saw someone in the gym that I hadn't seen in the past year. His name was Dave, and I had talked to him a few times in the past before last year when the gyms closed down. Dave was always a really nice guy, and he always had lessons to share with me. I'd talk to him about what I was trying to build with my online brand, and he'd bounce some wisdom off of me. But that's kind of all it was. The wisdom and love bounced off of me, and I never was really open to it. Even though I could tell that he was a really genuine guy, in the back of my mind during our conversations, I'd just be focusing on myself and my goals and what I had to do. And the current goal was getting through this lift as quickly as possible, not talking to people. I was never a fan of talking to people at the gym. I was too focused on myself. But when I saw him yesterday for the first time in over a year, I really felt our conversation. I felt like I was able to say more and really be fully present when we were talking. And the reason was this: I had finally allowed myself to shift my perspective from being self-centered to both myself and others. I talk so much on this channel about the law of attraction and how your perception of the world is going to shape what you seek and find in the world, but never really in terms of relationships with others. If you go into an environment like the gym and you say stuff in your head like, "Look at all these people, they have no idea what's really going on with the world and themselves," then people will be able to subconsciously feel that energy, and you're less likely to see the good in others or have that good come out of others if you do end up interacting with them. Like yesterday, I could feel that Dave could probably feel that I was much more open and willing to have a connection and a real conversation with him. Listen, I know it's a lot easier to retreat to your inner negative dialogue, but I promise you that many of the people that you interact with and see on a daily basis have some sort of uniqueness about them and something that they want to share with you. Of course, not everybody is like that, but you're much more likely to run into these types of people if you approach your life outside of your apartment with this mindset. And I'm not saying you have to be a social butterfly and do this with everyone you meet. If you're an introvert, I'm sure that you don't really want to do that anyway, but you should absolutely shift your perspective towards others more if you have this doom and gloom mindset. You know, you call yourself this very spiritual person who understands their programming, but you haven't even noticed that the media has been programming you to see the negative in the world and others. We are socialized to see what is wrong, missing, off, to tear down the ideas of others and uplift our own. To a certain degree, our entire future may depend on learning to listen. Listen without assumptions or defenses. So cut that shit out. Start telling yourself, I am open to connecting with others. I know there are good people out there with good intentions, and I know that they have something interesting to share with me. And set the intention in your mind that it's not all about you, and doing good and helping others in the forms of conversations or acts of kindness will be beneficial to everybody. And when you do this, you'll find that you start to have better conversations naturally, just like I did at the gym yesterday. That's because when you view the world this way and put yourself in this frame of mind and be genuinely interested in others, it's going to naturally change your body language, your eye contact, and your tone of voice with them. So along with that subconscious feeling of better social energy that the other person will be able to feel you're emitting, they will also see you demonstrate it through your physical body. Now, I know what many of you are saying right now. Cole, every time I try to do this and I put myself in a social situation, I either embarrass myself or the other person has nothing to talk about and we have nothing in common. And to that I say, this is most likely the result of you still being too focused on yourself. But I'm gonna dive deeper into how to become a better conversationalist and how to make friends and build a community in part 2 of this 2-part series. For now, apply what you've already learned here, and I promise you, you're gonna see a difference in the way that your conversations flow. And do me a favor, because I know some of y'all are gonna try this and you're gonna be like, it's not working. Don't give up if you don't see results immediately, please. Thank you to all the patrons on this channel on Patreon. If you don't know what this is, it's a platform separate from YouTube where I'm putting out exclusive videos and podcasts you can't find anywhere else. If you want to check that out, the link is in the description, patreon.com/Cole Hastings. Thank you guys for watching till the end. It always means so much to me. I hope that this helped you, and I can't wait to put out part 2.